From the thick Italian accent that made Gaga lose touch with reality to being slammed for exposing the Gucci family, this movie's plot is set to reveal the dark and shocking truth behind the scandalous murder of Maurizio Gucci. Beware of the occasional spoilers ahead. The trailer sets the mood of the whole movie. Behind the ravishing lifestyle of the powerful family hides resentment and blood-shedding rivalry.
Father, son, and house of Gucci.
So what spectacular bits of the real-life events made it to the final cut? From the first look, 80% of the trailer is purely the performance of Lady Gaga as Patrizia Reggiani and wife of Maurizio Gucci. Are you weirded out by Gaga's newly acquired accent too? Despite her Italian roots, the actress came prepared to master the original speech patterns of her character. As per the trailer, Gaga's Patrizia juggles several Italian dialects and accents, intentionally switching it up based on who she's interacting with. Although she nailed Patrizia's raspiness spot on, some did throw virtual tomatoes at Gaga for coming off as stereotypical American Italian rather than Reggiani. Now, you may remember Patrizia as an extravagant Italian socialite, yet the trailer gives us hints into her lower-class background, which does not get as much spotlight. What we are bound to see is the initial spark between Maurizio and Patrizia, the initiation of Reggiani into the wealthy family she was dreaming about, and her later downfall. From the start, Maurizio's father never approved of Patrizia and called her a social climber who has nothing in mind but money, even after his son got married. Was it a spot-on observation or fortune-telling on his part? The trailer does not hold back in its assessment. The Gucci family had it all, yet Patrizia wanted more.
You picked a real firecracker.
The trailer sets the 30-years-old context. This love story is about Patrizia and Maurizio slowly digressing from a happy wedding to the breaking point where they stop being one team. We see Camilla Cotan as Paola Franchi for a split second sitting on the edge of a bed, the other woman in Maurizio's life. The director makes it very clear that Gucci and Reggiani had a stormy relationship and faithfulness was not a part of it. The first glimpse of the trailer has us hungry for more. Interestingly, the director Ridley Scott puts his own spin on the story, depicting Patrizia as a villainess from the very start. The restrained, modest Maurizio is put against his icy, ruthless, manipulative wife, who pushes him to go against his family and make a name for himself at Gucci. The upcoming movie is all about making Patrizia live up to her title of the evil Black Widow, as the media dubbed her. Ridley Scott's Patrizia shows her train of thought and judgment throughout the trailer as a mastermind behind the fashion house development. It's a pretty dead giveaway to encapsulate the character of a woman who once notoriously said,
"It's better to cry in Rolls Royce than to be happy on a bicycle." That's for sure.
Speaking of symbolism in the movie, hints of the tragic ending and the reveal of the murderer are sprinkled throughout the trailer.
I don't consider myself to be a particularly ethical person, but I am fair.
Did you pay attention to the sound of the bullets dropping on the floor as Maurizio is shot? It strategically plays in unison with the next shot of Patrizia's spoon tapping on the cup. Great edit, don't you think? The directors and sound crew knew exactly how they wanted to paint the villain of the story. Blondi's Heart of Glass in the background sets an almost satirical and comedic tone to the true murder story. From the looks of it, all the Guccis have a heart of glass, whilst Scott's Patrizia is unapologetic and calculated to the max.
It's time to take out the trash.
Is it gonna be another Oscar for Lady Gaga? There's a clear divide among fans and critics on that one. Being the professional she is, Gaga's Patrizia has been years in the making. The Star-is-Born actress went all method for 18 months, attempting to see money in everything she sees in real life to channel what she thought her character was craving. The star really went for it when she dyed her hair and completely transformed herself into Patrizia, imitating her manners and accent 24/7 even when she was off set. "I never broke. I stayed with her," she told British Vogue. The actress paid a hefty price for immersing herself in the character, getting panic attacks outside her house and losing touch with her family members. Gaga was so attached to her character, her heart dropped the first time she saw the staircase where Maurizio was assassinated. That's commitment. The unbecoming Reggiani was a challenge the House of Gucci actress was not prepared for. The actress struggled to distinguish reality from the movie set, and yet nobody could tell Gaga how to play Patrizia, even Patrizia herself. Unlike many other autobiographical movies, movies, the protagonist of this story is still alive and kicking. Surprisingly, Gaga did not talk to Reggiani, take after her accent, or give her any sense of publicity as part of her preparation process for the role. While Gaga's father, son, and House of Gucci one-liner has already fetched a fan base, the real Patrizia was utterly disappointed and annoyed with her on-screen portrayal. In fact, Gaga lost any respect Reggiani previously had for her. Can you guess why? The trailer paints Gucci's ex-wife as one-dimensional and vapid. Patrizia herself could not disagree more with her on-screen portrayal, devoid of a sense of humor and humanity. On another note, the upcoming movie encapsulates the behind-the-scenes dynamic of the Gucci clan family, constantly fighting, throwing things at each other, or destroying them. The movie is set to pick the Gucci family apart, exposing dark mysteries and conflicts within the Italian dynasty. Judging by the trailer, chaos and clashes driven by money were the key virtue of the people who founded the fashion house. It seems to be an unflattering take on the family, especially in contrast to the glossy magazine cover stories we're used to. As many viewers are dying from anticipation for the House of Gucci premiere, we cannot say the same about the real-life Gucci family members. Jared Leto, who plays Maurizio's cousin, Paolo, looks almost unrecognizable under layers of aging prosthetics, a bald cap, and a fat suit. It appears not all members of the family developed an exquisite taste in fashion. Leto became so engaged and immersed with his character during filming that the actor burst into tears the moment he was done filming his final take. However, Jared's interpretation of his character was a point of debate, as the actor channels the energy of an out-of-place outcast in the family. His greasy, messy hair, thick accent, and lilac corduroy suit left Paolo's real-life sister shocked and insulted by the inaccuracies of Gucci's on-screen representation. The movie's depiction of the main characters is so harsh, the Guccis themselves were against the screening. Can you believe that? They feel showing the behind-the-scenes gore of the family feud is offensive to their legacy. Patrizia Gucci, second real-life cousin of Maurizio, told the Associated Press, "We are truly disappointed. I speak on behalf of the family. They are stealing the identity of a family to make a profit. Our family has privacy. There is a borderline that cannot be crossed." For the real Guccis, the on-screen depiction is absolutely horrible and disrespectful, especially when it comes to the role of Maurizio's uncle. In the movie, he resembles nothing of the tall, blue-eyed real-life Aldo, as Patrizia claimed. He's being played by Al Pacino, who's not very tall already, and this photo shows him as fat, short, with sideburns, really ugly. Shameful, because he doesn't resemble him at all. Despite appearance inaccuracies, the greed, the chase for money, and power is clearly displayed in the trailer. It is the actor's interpretation of their characters' personalities which strays away from the desired depiction and expected performance. The directors and the cast worked on developing something that has not been picked up in the media before, something that the Guccis themselves were not able to notice. If the movie is too much even for the Gucci family to see, shall we say the intended goal might have been achieved?
Bravo!
Now, if you are a true cinemaniac, check out these videos on our channel to keep up to date with all the juicy details of upcoming movie premieres.